We're back here live in Las Vegas where we just saw a great winners bracket final matchup between Str8 Rippin and Carbon. Str8 Rippin coming out on top, winning the games 4 and 5 to go on top and advance to the championship match. We promised you an exciting tournament, and that match, Sonny, thanks for joining us back up here, has been very exciting. It was very exciting.
Oh, it was incredible. I was actually over here watching it with Gandhi, and he was breaking down a lot of the things that he was seeing. And, you know, it was amazing because it was like a heavyweight fight. They're trading blows, going back and forth and back and forth. But the thing that I saw in Str8 Rippin that I really liked was they had every opportunity to fold there. Carbon came back hot again. We didn't know if they were going to carry over to today. They answered that question. They sure were. But Str8 Rippin didn't fold under the pressure. They stayed in control of their emotions, as T2 said when I spoke to him, and they were able to you know, basically stay in the match long enough to win it. They got hot enough, and everybody traded off. The other thing that we saw was Carbon stepping up huge. Gandhi so impressed by his former teammates, you know, and pulling for them, but he saw some key mistakes near the end there, which maybe cost him that Slayer game. But
right.
they're not done. We can't forget, they're not done. They're going to be playing again to try and get back up to take on Str8 Rippin again. Exactly,
and we got Nexi, who's down there on the floor with Shockwave from Team Carbon.
Thanks a lot, Faruq. Yes, I'm down here with Shockwave of Team Carbon. Shockwave, you just went to Game 5 with Str8 Rippin. You guys played out of your mind, but unfortunately you fell just a little short. Tell me, what exactly went wrong? What would you go back and change?
If I could change anything, it'd be that amplified Team Slayer game. We got a big lead, and we started to crumble, and reverted back to playing pretty passive, and they took advantage.
All right, well, so far so good in the tournament so far. This is your best tournament placing all year long. Tell me, you got to be happy about that. How does that make you feel?
It feels great knowing that our best tournament's going to be in Vegas, the tournament that matters the most. So I'm really excited, and I'm ready to play Instinct.
All right, it looks like you're moving on to face Instinct. What do you have to do? What does Carbon have to do to defeat Instinct coming up?
We got to get pumped up and play our game. I mean, this tournament, things have been falling our way because we've been playing well, our shots have been well, and we got to play our game.
Can you do it, Shockwave? Can you play your game? Can you beat Instinct?
I think we can definitely beat Instinct.
I got one more question for you. Can you win the championship? Can you come all the way through the losers bracket? Can you do it?
If we meet up against Str8 Rippin again, I think we can beat him.
All right, that's Shockwave from Team Carbon. Thank you very much. I'm going to toss it back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, and there's a lot of confidence right there from Shockwave, and he has to have it. I mean, looking at Team Carbon play in this game, I couldn't resist but see Puckett, how much fun they were having down there. I mean, even through losses and wins, they keep smiles on their face. And how important is that?
Faruq, they just lost, and Shockwave's still all smiles right now. And you know what? I think as long as they stay positive, just like he said, they can win this championship. They can beat Str8 Rippin. They almost did it, but Str8 Rippin, they just squeaked out a win in those final 2 games, coming back to beat them. But you know what? I'm incredibly impressed by Carbon, and I don't think they're done for the rest of the weekend. You know, they got an awesome matchup coming up here against Instinct.
Yeah, we got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. We got some awesome announcements to make as well.
It's all awesome.
Sundance, we got an announcement we want to let our fans in on, a little breakdown what's going to be happening with MLG in 2009.
Yeah, so we you know, we work very hard, you know, during the season, during the off season, obviously, and we've got an announcement in regards to next season's season opener. There's been a lot of speculation about where we're going to start the season off. Well, now we're going to make it official. The 2009 MLG Pro Circuit will kick off in the Meadowlands, April 3rd through 5th. We've had great success there. It's always a sellout. Passes on sale in the new year. We want to see everybody come out and support it. It's going to be an amazing event. What you've seen this year, we're just going to build on it, so look forward for that. I'm excited because it's close to my house. I don't have to fly that far away or anything. Puckett likes it because he likes the girls over there at a place called Bazookas.
Yeah, I like it too, you know, because it's actually close to my hometown, Philadelphia, so I get to go home and see the family as well. So I love the Meadowlands. We have such a great time. We got the Gears of Wars coming up. What can we expect from Gears of War matchup coming up?
Well, you're going to see a couple of guys I've been playing some matchmaking with in Gears of War 2 down there. We got Insane Warrior, good guy, good kid. This is going to be exciting. You know, we haven't had a chance to have it up here on our main stream, but the thing about it is Gears of War is an incredibly popular game for us here at MLG. It's our leading game on Game Battles, has been for a long time. The new game is out, obviously, but what we're going to see right there is we're going to see the 2 best teams on the planet duking it out for their championship.
That's right. Insanes is going to be playing against Infinity. If you know anything about Gears of War,
matchup you don't want
you know
yes,
this is the biggest matchup of the season. The Gears of War finals are coming up here. It's incredible. Gears of War for the first time, except for the All-Star game, being played on the main stage. This is huge.
And that is huge. I mean, the Gears of War thing is coming up next, and Sonny, MLG has come a long way in a very short time, and we still got so much further to go. Sonny, tell us more about it.
Well, I mean, you know, it seems like it's been a short period of time, but it's actually been a lot of hard work by a lot of people. The league was founded, of course, by myself and Mike Sepso, my partner, but it's grown so far beyond what either of us had envisioned in the beginning. I mean, you look around at all these fans here and all the great employees and the players, and it's really become a phenomenon. And you know what? We're a global sport now. We've got huge numbers. We do hundreds of thousands of people watching this broadcast live. We do millions of people online on our websites and thousands of matches every day. So we've got a little piece about the history of the league, and here it is.
A lot of people are going to look back and say 2006. It's the year MLG really started. We know the true history. MLG was born out of Mike and my love of video games.
I'd say it grew out of the competitiveness between us because we played a lot of games, but it was not for fun. It was just beat each other. And then people started to watch, and then we thought, hey.
In an effort to get better, we found out that there were people out there who were amazing and played competitively.
We were tracking these, this whole thing happening as kind of a cultural phenomenon, and I said, why don't we just run one of these tournaments and just see how it works? It was a nightmare.
It was, let's put up money and do it all ourselves, and we have no idea what we're doing. What do we get ourselves into? Yeah. That was a painful event on a number of levels.
My parents came to this first Nightmares competition that we had, and I think they stayed for about 10 minutes and they ran away fast. You couldn't just jump in like a couple of douche-mo's off the street and pretend like you could tell these guys how to do their sport. There were some normal rules already set up and that had grown organically. We learned that the hard way by screwing it up the first time so badly. What we did to react to it was go out and find all of the best kind of grassroots level people who were running these great tournaments, who these guys trusted, and brought them in. And then we really developed a community.
Because the audience is out there. They've just never been connected to it in a way that's authentic.
If people are as enthusiastic about something enough to the point that you're getting on a plane to go compete against somebody else because you hear they're the best, that's a sport. The guys who are now the champions of Major League Gaming were at one time, 3 years ago, younger kids who were the very early pioneers of this sport. And I mean, they weren't making big bucks back then. They were losing more money than they were making in prize money just by going to the early pro circuit events. T-Square didn't eat lunch for 2 weeks in high school so that he could save his lunch money to drive to Dallas for the first one. All the Final Boss guys, T-Square, they stuck with it, and they deserve everything that they're getting right now. There were some guys that were there before them too, who didn't stick it out with the circuit, but who were the guys that Walshy and T-Squared and the Ogres really looked up to.
A Dark Man,
Get him!
Shiz, Strange Purple, Clockwork. These are the guys who came up with the original strategies. And it's funny, but you look back and then they studied their gameplay like NFL film.
Don't worry, I'll throw the flag to you, Alex. I'll take care of that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa!
So it's an interesting change to watch these guys from people who were driving cross country, saving up gas money, to pro gaming. This is what they do. And we owe them to make sure that we give them a good time at the very least, and I think we do that. But they pay us back because every event we get we just get people coming up to us saying thank you, and that's a great thing. And that's the community. They're part of our family too. This is our dream coming true, but it's also theirs. So every step that we take, we're tied to that. This is what it's about. It's about the fact that no matter what the first event looked like, no matter how it worked, no matter how it ran, you can come so far in such a short period of time if you listen, if you pay attention to what needs to happen, and then to see those players respond to it.